Man, it is beautiful out here. What a great day to be alive. Whew. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Beautiful day today. Beautiful day. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Today we got some work to do. I'm gonna be working on some leaves, sucking up some leaves with the vacuum cleaner. I got my Worx Leaf Vacuum Cleaner / blower. This is from, like I said, from Worx. It's plug-in, so you do have a power cord. You will need power cables if you decide to get you something like this. I did a video reviewing this thing. I'll leave a comment, or I'll leave it in the description. This thing is pretty good. It works rather well, I must say. But we're going to be using that to, if you can see down there, right down in there is a pile of leaves that I raked up, or not raked up, but just raked in a pile. And that's what we're going to be using them on. All right, let's scoop up these leaves. Hopefully it's not too loud. Now, I will say, because this thing is a vacuum cleaner, or a vacuum, because this thing does suck up stuff, you will suck up sticks and things of that nature. Whatever's in there, you're going to suck it up. That's the only thing about this thing is there are going to be times where you're going to be stopping, because if you have a pile like this, there's going to be little twigs and sticks in it that are going to slow down your process. Could I have raked this into that trash can faster than using this? Probably. To be honest with you, probably. But the thing with this is it also mulches. So in this bag, there's a blade in here. There's a blade in here that's cutting up the leaves that are being sucked in. And they're all going in this bag. So that's the beauty of this thing, at least on paper, the idea of it. So yeah, I could rake these things up faster, putting it in the trash can with my rake, but I don't have a way, unless you want to run over it with the lawnmower. You could do that. But then you still got to rake it up, and you still got to put it in the trash can. So it's one of those things where you just got to be patient. You just got to be patient and let the machine do the work for you. It's almost time for me to empty this bag too. All right, so the bag is nice and full. It is full. I'm gonna put it down in there. I'll show you the leaves when I'm finished dumping this thing. I don't want to get all the dust and stuff in the air. There we go. There we go. This is what we're looking like. Nice crumbled leaves. Now, I'm sure there's other ways you can do this. Break up your leaves. You know, like I said, you could use a lawnmower, run it over with the lawnmower. You could, my wife, she has in the past taken our weed eater and flopped it down in the trash can and, you know, mixed it up like a blender. But I don't think it breaks up as well doing that. Now with the lawnmower, it probably does, but again, you still got to rake up all those little pieces unless you have a bagger. Now, if you have a bagger, that's the way to go. We don't have a bagger, so that's our bagger right there. Now, I will say this thing does have some weight to it, but because I'm so Hulk strong, it doesn't faze me. It doesn't faze me. But it does have some weight to it, and your arms will get tired. You just take a little break. Just take a little break, relax, empty the bag. By the time you get back to the bag, you're good as gold. Now, I will say this. I do not recommend you sucking up wet leaves. Okay, I went through that. Now, it was sucking them up pretty good, but the problem is when the leaves come in this tube and they get broken up by that blade, they spin around this cylinder-ish looking thing. And they spin around and then they go into the hole from here. They go whoop and then go into the hole. Well, wet, if it's wet, it's gonna pack up in this cylinder and it's gonna plug the hole and you're not gonna have any suction or anything. So trust me, do not suck up any wet leaves or any wet stuff that could jam up or pack up your cylinder here, okay? This is a part of that airflow circulation, the vacuum. This is a part of that vacuum suction, okay? And we want to make sure that's clear and free of debris. Now that I've used this thing and I've gone through the pros, I've gone through the cons, you know, if I had to do it all over again, I would purchase this thing again. I don't recall the price. Watch the other video I'll have down in the description, or I'll have tagged at the end of this video. I would purchase it again because I think it's a good product. It mulches the leaves up very well, I think, and it's not a lot of work. You know, it's not to it. There's nothing really to it. You hit the button here, I mean, the bag comes off. Everything is pretty elementary. If you want to use it as a blower, you just take this thing, flip that up, and you blow now. If you want to suck, you switch it to suck. Button here, hit that button, that pops off. There's no screws, no clips, clamps. Here's your start button. Now I will say here too, there is a, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there is a power grade button. I can make this thing more powerful. I can make it suck more powerful, more powerfully. And so listen to this. So it goes up to 6. I have it on 3 right now. So let's put it on 6 and see what it do. I agree. 6 is definitely better. And we are full once again, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. The finer the leaves. So yeah, I had the power on 3. You saw what the leaves look like from there. And then I had the power on 6. And you just saw what the leaves look like there. If you could see them. I don't even know if you can see it or not. But I'm gonna finish off this pile here. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I don't want to suck the leaves up or vacuum the leaves up too close to the ground, because I don't want to suck up all the nuts and acorns and all that stuff that's falling out of the tree, twigs, dirt, insects, and all that kind of stuff. I just want the leaves. So on a later date, I will come out here, rake into a pile again, and then use this bad boy, the Worx vacuum. I can't think of the name of it, but I'll leave like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. I'll leave a card of me reviewing it at the end of the video. But I'll use that to suck it, to suck it up, to vacuum it up. So, yeah, this thing has its benefits. Now I have a trash can full of nice, let me see if I can show you guys. Now I have a trash can full of nice chopped up leaves that I can put over our garden beds for the winter. Look at that. That is wonderful. That is beautiful. Beautiful. So, listen, leaves are your friend. All right, the leaves are done for now. If you look at the tree, there's plenty of leaves up here waiting to fall. And once they fall, I will be ready for them. So we have plenty of material, not to mention we got all kinds of stuff, leaves and stuff back in there that we can grab hold of. But this right here is pretty much my source, my go-to, because when this thing drops leaves, we have a nice pile of leaves. So this is my primary source of mulch and things of that nature. But let me go ahead and take you guys on a tour of what we have so far. We're looking at November 5th, right after the election, on the 4th, for some places in the East Coast anyway. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. But what keeps me full of joy is knowing that Jesus is still on the throne. Oh, glory to God. Thank you, Lord. But anyway, this is what we got. Not much. We're just kind of preparing the garden for next year. I will start over here and work my way around. This was where our potatoes were, right in this area here. And we had a good amount of potatoes this year, but we will be putting down some of those leaves. We'll be putting down some compost, some leaves, or I should say, we're going to be putting down a layer of compost. We're going to be putting down a layer of leaves, and getting this area prepared for next year. Right now, I'm gonna have to take off the old bean plants. We got bean plants hanging on the fence there, hanging on there. A couple tomato things there. We got, a couple some bean stuff down there. We got to take off and get everything ready. Now this is pretty much, this is our, what we have here is our garlic. Couldn't think for a minute. This is our garlic right here. This whole bed is full of garlic. So we're ready for that. What do we have here? More garlic? Gotcha. And this, we just have this. We're going to prepare this, cover it up with some stuff. We already got grass in here, so it's just a matter of getting the bed nice and covered. We got this line here was where our tomatoes were, right in here. So we're going to have to, what I'd like to do is go ahead and cardboard, put some cardboard right on down the back side of that. Put some compost, some leaves, and then cardboard right on top of it. That's what I would like to do. 2 new beds that I built for whatever. They're ready to go for next year. This bed here is ready to go. Let's see, we got a strawberry bed. That's where our strawberry bed was, but we went ahead and thinned everything out. We basically took everything out. There's a couple strawberries in here. Yeah, like that right there. There's one there, one there. I mean, they're just kind of scattered around, but we're pretty much in this area ready for next year on the strawberries. And down in here was also, this is beans, where the beans were planted, and they grew up along the fence here. As you can see, we'll have to take that down. Yeah, definitely have to take all that down. I mean, yeah. My wife, she's preparing the asparagus bed, throwing down some compost and things of that nature. I tell you, I've never tasted until we started growing our own. I never tasted real garden organic asparagus, and I must say it is excellent. I mean excellent. If you have a chance to grow asparagus, now it can get a little wild on you, it can get a little crazy on you, but if you have an opportunity to grow your own, it is excellent. The store-bought asparagus it can't do what the garden does. It can't replicate the garden. That homegrown is the real McCoy. We got garlic in here. Yep, actually we do. We got some garlic going in here as well. So we are going to be garliced down. Ain't no vampires coming in this house. I can tell you that for sure. And right now, the only bed in here that's, well, not the only bed, but the one bed that's actually already has stuff going is this one here, which, we got some cabbage going right here, cabbage right there, cabbage right there, and the rest of this here is all broccoli, all good broccoli stuff. We do have an onion right there. We got weeds right in there. Yeah, arugula. Oh man, it looked like a weed. Okay, it's my bad. This is arugula. See, I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. I want to say we have some kale down here. Some kale right here. Yeah, I'm still learning. Ain't no shame in the game. Ain't no shame in the homestead game. You got to learn at some point. And I'm not familiar with this plant here. What is this? Oh, it's just a flower to attract. A zinnia? Okay. All right. And we got an onion that is right there. So that's basically what the garden thus far is looking like. All right, y'all. I'll holla. Peace.